Ladies and gentlemen, Kaikena Scanlan in the building. My man.
How we doing, friends?
Big tune right there.
Hey.
Now, before we get to this handsome gentleman on the right side of you over here, let's talk about Brains real quick, man. Brains, brand new tune. You guys dropped 2 songs on one day.
Yeah.
In true Kaikena fashion, it was on a day of some not Hawaiian significance, but it was on a day, right? What do they call him? Christopher Columbus Day or something like that, right? Or was it the Monday before?
No. Well, okay, so it actually didn't release when it was supposed to release, but it released on the 9th, but we tried to release it on the 8th.
Right.
But yeah, that is the day that Kauai Keauli dropped the original Hawaiian Constitution back in 1840.
Okay, so it was of a day of
significance. So it was of a day of
significance
to the Hawaiian people in the history.
You know, here's what I propose, man. I think we should make a calendar, right? A Hawaiian calendar that has all the important days that Hawaiian people should be celebrating.
I've been talking about that, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I think we push forward on that.
Even make it like a real celebration and, holiday out of it.
Right, of course,
take off of school, whatever.
So, speaking of... Sheila, we borrow your house. Hey, so speaking of that, man, Brains, break it down for me, brother. It's kind of been out on YouTube for a while, right?
So that's the funny thing is everybody's saying like, oh, your new song, but it's actually a song that we've been performing for a few years, 3 or 4 years. And just when all of our current events started kicking up and firing up again, then we decided, okay, we're going to release this song Brains, because we had a music live performance video of it.
Right.
And the boys called up and said, no, we got to change everything around. We got to use more current images and go film new stuff today.
Okay.
Make it count to today. So we recorded that, put it out, and once we put that out, that was kind of just on a wing. We just threw it. But the crowd said they wanted the studio version. So we ended up going into the studio, locking it down with Pana, and that's what we came up with, Brains.
Nice, man. So about the song, what is the meaning of it? Break it down for us.
Basically, it's just Hawaiian consciousness, or just overall consciousness, and to kind of break away from our quick triggers to be angry and to fire off at somebody, and to kind of look at the bigger picture. Because there's so much little dramas going on in Hawaii or just in the world, and those little dramas end up blurring our bigger picture to get us all moving forward. So it's not let any other bigger influence put enough stress on us to make us turn on each other, but that we should just, get conscious again, be educated, and know the truth and the facts of why we're hurting in the way we're hurting, and move forward. That's
it, man. Now, the other song that you put out on the same day, this one has a very bold title, and I'm assuming it was not to disguise the message or anything like that within the song, because you probably could have called it anything, right? But at that point, when you really want to get it out there and put that message out for people to scratch their head and go, right? That other song was with this other handsome guy next to you over here. This bearded gentleman over there.
It's a club of bearded gentlemen. Welcome to the club.
Brother Vix in the house, man. Vix, how you, brother?
Good, brother.
Thanks for checking in with us today, man. So you guys released this song. Playing them in the background right here. Okay? I Am Not American is the title of the song. Break it down for us, man. When you guys got together to do this, did you know that it was going to be like, okay, this is probably both sides of the fence. It's going to be a controversial song when it came out. I mean, you guys knew that?
I'll let him tell his side of how he got it. This is actually his song.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of just, it came to me one day. I when I was going to work in Waimanalo, and I drive past the homeless encampment every day, and I was looking. One day I was driving home, and this one guy struck me, like just looking at me as I'm passing by, and I was just tripping, like how our own people is like living on the streets, and we have to scrape. We're barely scraping by here, and people are coming in from who can come in from anywhere,
right?
And settle down here in Hawaii and live a happy life. And so that's kind of like where the original spark came from. And then I started hearing the melody, and then words was coming to me, so I wrote that down, and then I shared what I had. I went in the studio, cut like a skeleton cut, and shared that with Kaikena, and he was feeling it. So that's when he was like, okay, yeah, I want to jump on, but I want to we kind of talked about it, discussed what route we wanted to take with it, and so we both decided on just making it like the big issue is like, where's the treaty?
Right.
Like, where's the treaty of annexation? If there's no treaty, then what legal instrument makes us a part of America and American?
Because that it's almost like when you bring up any of that to any government official, right? It's almost like all of a sudden, the second you say that, they're looking the other way. Oh, look, butterflies. Nobody ever gives a straight answer on that topic. And what jumps out to me too is those clips that you guys used inside the songs, right? I mean, they're from actual events, man. I believe when that one Kiki was screaming out, we got nowhere to go. That was from Waimanalo, right? Back in the 70s, 80s, or something like that. So this thing has been going on, but always overshadowed. It's like this is a very strong, sensitive topic, especially if you grew up in families where your grandmother would pass down this information to you. It's something that we feel very strong as Hawaiian people, and it's always getting overshadowed. And like you said, anybody can move here from wherever they want, and the second they get tired of it or it gets too expensive for them, they always say, "Oh, I'm going to go home." But at the end of the day, this is our home, man. So we can't just pick up and leave. This is what it is, So very strong song, man. Both of you guys are on it. I Am Not American is the name of the song. And I'm definitely seeing a reaction from it, right away, man.
It's wild.
It's wild. So moving forward, man, because we do broadcast to a lot more than just us Hawaiian people here. I mean, it's global. It's worldwide. So for somebody maybe sitting up there in America and they're enjoying the reggae music and then this song comes on, it's not so much a deterrent towards Americans, like, man, we don't like you guys, but it's more just, understand our situation and maybe look into it with a quick Google search. I'm sure they'll find plenty of information, right?
Right, exactly.
That's awesome, man.
Also, like, what I noticed too is on a global level, it's way more recognized than in America. In America, it's like a fantasy or a hoax or whatever that Hawaiians are not Americans, but you go global and then you're like, you're walking around, they hear you speaking English and they say, "Oh, you're American, son." Yeah. No, I'm from Hawaii. And, "Oh, Hawaii." Like, it's a completely different idea and they understand it. Like, so I feel that's cool that we're able to release our identity and people around the world know the history enough to see that there's a different feeling.
Well, I love both of the songs, man. They're absolutely incredible. What do you guys got coming up? Any shows?
Tonight we're gonna be headed out to the Moani.
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 Oh, nice, bro. Little West Side spot over there.
Yeah, it's gonna be our first time, so gonna head out. We got these guys flying in, so it's just a little mellow jam session. Then we're gonna be headed to a Surfer Bar, doing our thing up there.
Sweet. Vix, what you gonna be jumping on?
We'll see.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let go of those secrets,
man, what's next for you, Kaikena, brother? You gonna be dropping any of those more sweet tunes coming up lately?
So this with I Am Not American was kind of the debut of like Spoon Meat Entertainment. So I've got like this record label that I'm pushing, but more as like to bring up fellow Hawaiians to be able to get our voices heard and talk about the issues that we want to talk about in a musical way. But we also got the album on the way with these guys. We started recording in Hurley. I'm hoping to drop that by the beginning of 2020. And then, maybe a few tunes here and there just to keep people busy,
Awesome, man.
Listen to.
But always awesome to get you guys in studio, man. This guy is straight up from the farm to the studio.
Still got a little bit pig mud on me.
Yeah, hey, dodging baby ulu trees and then right here to the studio, man. Pleasure for both of you guys to come by the backyard as always. Wish you guys nothing but success, and we'll just keep this movement growing, brother.
Yeah, keep it growing just like that beard, bro.
Yeah, trying to be like you guys, my boys, eh? Trying to be the kind of sophisticated.
It works. Just gotta match the top.
The beard game and the dad bellies is in, but I cannot do nothing about the crown.
I get extra dad bellies.
Kavix, Kaikena in studio. Mahalo, brothers.
Mahalo.